happening. Everton 1, Chelsea 0, and yeah, another frustrating away performance from the Blues. And yeah, the season is kind of petering out to a negative, to be honest. Yeah, we're struggling at the moment, if we're being honest. Our last 4 Premier League games have been absolutely tragic. Like, since that Southampton 6-0 performance, which was one of the best of the season, you have to bear in mind they were rubbish. We just haven't played well. Too many poor performances yet again. And yeah, and I always allude back to it. Individual errors, another mistake, giving them a goal. And yeah, Dave, what are you doing? Just clear it. He's just, what's he waiting for? It's just the way they're told to play. It's so frustrating because he's told that he has to try and find a pass. He can't just boot it along. And yeah, Richie Demarai Gray pounces, Richarlison scores. And yeah, incredible atmosphere up in Goodison yesterday. It was very feisty, but yeah, disappointing again. Like, we just come away from a game where we just think errors have cost us. And Jordan Pickford, fair play, do you know what I mean? 4 or 5 unreal saves from that man. And yeah, it gave Everton a massive 3 points and gives Frank a boost that they need in their relegation battle. But yeah, with us, just, I don't know, I just feel like we're getting to that point where we're just having too many average players in the side again. Like, too many inconsistent performances, and there's only a couple you can name that you think, oh right, yeah, they could actually help us win the league. Because the reality is, Liverpool and Man City have built teams and built squads where they've just got world-class players all over the place. And at the moment, we're not with that. We're just like kind of one here, one there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, as a team, we're not world-class right now. And yeah, that probably comes from our errors. Every game, you can name countless games this season. I read a stat, like, we're the second highest of goals conceded from individual errors since the start of last season, with 14. That is so bad. 14 for a team who are fighting to win the league. You can't be making 14 individual errors, and it's just not good enough at the moment. And yeah, the reality is, though, if we do finish third and win the cup final, which is a big if, then it's not a bad season. But will we beat Liverpool in that final? Right now, you've got no confidence because of the way the boys are playing. And yeah, fair play to Everton, though. Good fans, to be fair. Good atmosphere in the ground yesterday. And yeah, they were proper up for it. Just annoying. You make a 10-hour round trip to see a performance like that. Yeah, we shouldn't have lost, but what can you do? If you give teams goals, they're going to punish you. And that's what Everton did, and they had a game plan. The amount of time wasted, and I don't want to go into it, but the officiating, again, so bad. The standard of refereeing in the Premier League is just getting worse and worse. The amount of times they got home decisions, it happens at every ground. We get home decisions, but it's just not right. It just felt like the ref wanted to give them everything, and it was the case. Yeah, disappointing, but we move on. Like, what can you do? We go again, Wolves, and then Leeds, then the cup final. So 2 big games. With Arsenal and Spurs both winning yesterday, the pressure is right on us to finish in that top 4. Because what is it? 4 points from Spurs and a couple beyond. No, is it? Yeah, I think it's with 5 points ahead of Spurs and 3 ahead of Arsenal. So yeah, pressure's on, and if we don't beat Wolves, then we are in severe trouble of missing out. That's the reality. You slip up in one game, and yeah, it comes to bite you. But yeah, that's 3 losses in 4 in the Premier League, which is rubbish because we've only lost 3 all season before that. But there you go. What can you do? Players need to step up. I'm sure they'll come back, and yeah, let's do it. I'll see you boys at Wolves. Fingers crossed we can actually turn up and yeah, put in a performance, because that's not going to be easy. I don't want to go into much more, but the fact is that Wolves are going to have a really low block. They've lost their last 3 games in the league, which probably doesn't play into our hands because teams love to beat us when they're on a poor spell, aka Arsenal, Brentford, bloody Everton yesterday. Do you know what I mean? The list goes on, but yeah, let's see what happens. We've got to go and do the job at home next week, and the players have got a week off. So yeah, get prepared for that, and we move on up the Chelsea. Let's keep going. We keep going.